Hello, sweethearts and lovelies. It's been a while, but I'm doing another one of these. That's right, we got a no death clear for you. Now, I will say up front, I am recovering from an illness, and I still have a tickle in my throat, so at some points during this recording, I may have to mute the microphone and metaphorically hack up a lung. Please understand. I didn't want to sit back and wait until I was like fully on the top shelf to get this. I'm just excited, okay? I've been working on this for a while. But this is going to be Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, no death clear. Let's load up the collection, get the replay going. How do I hide this shit like that? Yeah, okay. So now we can just sit back and watch Belmont's Revenge together. Woo! So we've got this level select thing going on, kind of like Mega Man. It doesn't really matter. You don't get powers or anything. But I just picked the Rock Castle because it has the most obnoxious boss, and I was losing to it after playing the first two levels, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do this first. And it's just as well, because we get to show off the Holy Water, which is not the sub-weapon I use. There's 2 sub-weapons in this game. Technically 3, because of region differences. So in this version, this is the US version, North American version, we have the Holy Water and the Axe. In, I think it's European and the Japanese version, it's Holy Water and Cross. Now, pal of the channel, One Credit Classics, a wonderful fellow who does lots of these clears, got a clear a while ago of this game, which was the impetus for me wanting to get it, and used, it was either European or JP version. Either way, he had the Cross, but I don't have the Cross, so there's a couple of strategies that you need to play with on the fly and alter to it. It's not the same type of clear, but I'm happy to get that clear, and that was a nice little throwback to Castlevania the Adventure, those fucking frog mole things, and this shit too, and the ropes. This game is like, it takes all that weird design element stuff from Castlevania the Adventure that they put in because it was a Game Boy game, and Game Boy games just sort of did that, but it really makes great use of the design for it. They make some really great set pieces around it. As opposed to Adventure, where it's just like, you're moving slow as molasses, and that is the challenge of the video game. No, this is actually very well designed. It's what people call a quote-unquote good Castlevania game. Even though I like Adventure, warts and all. It's a crunchy, weird mess, but this game is fucking solid as well. Now that's a cute little trick, just sluicing on past those toothpicks. You can definitely see it's much better designed than Adventure. I'm not going to shit on Adventure over and over again. You get the idea. This is probably the quote-unquote best of the Game Boy Castlevanias. Legend is kind of mid, but that's that. I love the gimmick here. It's a dark cave, and if you whip all the candles, you eliminate your light source, and it goes dark. But also, there's a neat little cheat where the fire from the holy water lights the place up, and those bugs come alive in the dark. It's really neat. And it wouldn't be a Castlevania Game Boy game without walking up through a hidden wall to find secrets. Yeah, just climbing a rope. And there's the axe, which we're going to be keeping for the rest of the game because it's better. I mean, it's like the holy water isn't that great. I found use for it here in Rock Castle, of course, but it's not really a weapon I want in my repertoire. Whereas the axe, a little tough to use, but it has great situational applications. I don't know why the fuck I lit that candle. I really wanted that piece of gold, huh? But either way. We are coming up to near the end of the Rock Castle here. This is a fun little trap. You gotta whip the thing and knock it down. But there's a real element of risk reward on the second one, because there's wall meat down in one of those blocks. So if you can sluice on by before the thing comes down and sneak in there, you can get it. But if you come up and break it like that, obviously you couldn't get it. So. And then these little shits are back from Castlevania Adventure. And the game is a lot fairer, because in Castlevania Adventure, anything that hit you downgraded your whip. Now, only being hit by these assholes and their spitty balls will downgrade your whip. Much fairer. Much fairer. I like this little gargoyle enemy. I don't know. It feels like I should be using the axe on him, but in the time it takes me to throw the axe on, so I can just, like, wait a millisecond and whip him. Alright, here's the boss. This guy gave me a lot of trouble at first, but then I realized I was just being a fucking doofus. You see those ropes? Use them! Don't just stand down here and get into a slugfest with this thing. You can't start here. But then now it enters its second phase where, like, its armor pops off and it's this weird alien thing shooting sword beams at you. So, you know, just stay up top and, hit it. Wow. Try to time the axe throws just right, and, whammo. There you go. That's one down. Woo! Woo woo woo! Woo woo woo! And throw a celebratory axe. Why not? One down, 5 to go, baby. Ooh. I don't even know how long this clear is. I wasn't exactly timing it, but I guess we'll find out when we get to the end of the video, huh? Or I will, because you know how long this shit is, because you're on YouTube.com and there's a time bar. Anyway, let's do the plant castle. Hang on, let me fire up my voice modulator. There we are. Much better. That was an old head joke. You'd have to be watching this channel since 2009 to understand what the fuck I was talking about there. But here, anyway, here's Plant Castle. And I get to talk about it. This is cool. I'm just noticing the way the flowers bloom in the background. I'm not really looking at that because I'm playing the game, but now I'm watching the game, so it's like, whoa. There's a lot of this up and down stuff. There's an upper path and a lower path in Plant Castle, and just some nice trick shots with the axe here. You got these bats. Yeah, bat. Professor Inferno, why didn't you take the candle? Because candle full of holy water. No want holy water, only want axe. Oh yeah, the eyeballs are back. I'm just noticing there's a lot of shit that they brought back from Castlevania Adventure for Belmont's Revenge here, and that's cool. I really like that. That game had some really neat ideas. But I also played slow as shit, and it was mercilessly difficult as a result. But I vibe with it, but I understand that, like, everybody else who's not me and John Thayer is like, this guy was a fucking piece of shit! But that's okay. That just means that we both have excellent, impeccable taste in computer video games. I really like the verticality of this next section. However, it does leave a bit to be desired with throwing the axe on these ropes, because you have to hold up to do the thing, but you also have to hold up to throw the axe. And I always find, if I don't, like, tap a direction, he always throws the axe the wrong fucking way. I don't know how he does it. Every time. Managed to throw it the right way there. Okay. Alter myself and then whoop, there you go. It's very finicky. It's not the last finicky bullshit to be had with the rope climbing in this game, but that's for much later. I like these bats. If you hit them with the if you hit them with a weak whip or the fireball on the whip, they split into 2 regular bats, but you can just sort of find a good angle to throw the axe and bonk him. Yeah. Now these little shits, I only got hit by them once, but if you get hit by them, you lose all your fucking hearts. But you should never get hit by them, because you can just stand there and whap them. This next section's fun, you know. You've got, ooh, we don't want to go down there, do we? Or we could stay up here. I mean, either way, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, it's secret time. This secret's a little underwhelming, actually. I mean, 2 hearts and a 1-man. Not the worst in the world, I suppose. I mean, now we get some real fun. This is actually kind of tight. You gotta pull up the bridge with the eyeball, and now I'm down here, and holy hell! How did I not get hit by those balls? I don't know. Is it because I'm good at video games? Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here first. Whoa. I love this idea. Love this idea. You've got the rope aspect already, and then you've got these spiders and the spider webs. And whenever you hit them, that's how long the rope is. Oh my god. It only gets used in this part, and then one part in the final level, but holy shit. What a gimmick. They should have been doing more of this shit. This rules. Goddamn. And you can do some fun shit with the thing. I'm trying to get it so I can get this guy with the axe and knock him off, but nope. And I almost fucked myself. I wanted to do that because in that platform there, if you smash the part I just landed on, there's a 1-man. I wanted the cool secret, but I didn't get the cool secret. It's rather finicky to get. And I don't need 1-ups anyway, because if I die, I'm resetting the computer video game. Believe me, there was much resetting of the computer video game because there's some parts later in this game that are like, mwah. Believe it or not, this boss was one of them. Yeah, this boss right here, which is normally pretty fucking easy. Most of the bosses in the game are free, but somehow I fucked this one up. I don't think you see it here, but I'll tell you how I fucked it up. Yeah, I got hit by one of those fireballs and knocked me back, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna jump. And yeah, you see how that platform's rising and falling? That's a pit. You fall down that, you die. And if you die in a no-death clear, well, you've got to reset the fucking computer game. Add swear or something. But I didn't fuck it up this time, so that's cool. That's good. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of points. I'm going to submit my high score to Twin Galaxies. Actually, I'm not going to do that, because who has time for that? On to the Cloud Castle. Which is a very neat little level with some interesting gimmicks. And hey, Castlevania birds are here! But we have the axe, so they're not so bad. I wonder if you can YOLO and make it to the door before that second bird hits you. So you could save a heart, but you're not pressed for hearts in this level, so who gives a hoot? Well, now I'm just kind of vibing to the music. Banger soundtrack, this game. Very underrated little Castlevania game. This is it still underrated, or are people talking their ear off about how great Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge is? I don't know. Either way, more fun with ropes and these spiky ball pulley dingers. I don't know. But this game got design chops. Love this part of the track, by the way. Absolute 10 out of 10 banger. There, see, that's what I mean. Somehow you always face the wrong fucking way when you're on the rope trying to throw the axe. I don't know why, but it happens. Forget this bat in particular. Ooh. Definitely a very little scary section, but if you're quick about it, you can do something like this. Wow! That seemed almost professional. Goodness gracious. Wow. You just kind of want to go while the platform's moving down. There's holy water there, so I don't want it. You're not taking away all of my hearts, you silly gooses. In fact, I'm going to get more hearts. Thanks to... Oh, I didn't go for it? I didn't go for it. I thought there was a secret there. I was leading you. I was leading everyone on, and then I didn't even go for the fucking secret. I'm sorry. Minus 5 hearts. Womp womp. See, because I whipped first there, I was able to get the axe to throw the right way there. It's really good. I think we're coming on, yeah, one of the standout sections, and a gimmick that's going to be the pain in my ass later. After we deal with Hoppy Boy here. Let's see. The fucking pulleys. I'm just waiting it out because I want a good... It's a good cycle on this one if you get when that one's going up. So you can sort of... Everything gets timed out perfectly so that the time it takes to whip these guys means that the police switch direction. And also, very important to know for the future, the actual spinny parts, those hurt you immensely, so you do not want to get hit by them. And another thing that's difficult, if you're holding up or down, you can't fucking jump off the rope. Which is a real problem when you're trying to, say, hold up or down to counterbalance the movement of the pulley, and you want to jump somewhere safer. That will come into play later as a surprise tool that will hinder us. But we're done Cloud Castle now, and we can just defeat this spinner, and then move on. This is a little more involved of a thing. Also, I'm whipping all these candles because I'm always constantly paranoid about... That was fucking close, by the way. I'm always paranoid that there's a holy water in one of these. I'm gonna knock it out and I'm gonna hurt myself. The holy water's right there. Yeah. There we go. We don't need the holy water. Holy water would be especially really bad for this boss because it's definitely one where you want the axe or the cross. So, but we're not playing on the European or JP version, so we're fucking with the axe, which actually works out quite well, as you'll see. So we're just gonna park here and check this shit out. We're at the perfect arc for double hits. And just sort of does this shit. And bonk. Easy does it. Don't you just love my dramatic posing? Points. Alright, last up, Crystal Castle. Which is the level I was usually doing first. It's the one that it defaults to when you start. And it's easy. But I was getting fucking tired of doing this over and over. And then losing to Rock Castle or Cloud Castle or some shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you. You're last now. I've seen enough of this ancient Greek horse shit. this is an easy level. I don't think I ever lost at it. Which is surprising, considering some of the scary things and scary jumps that occurred. I really wish you could cycle to catch that platform in time, but can't do it. I've tried and tried. Can't do it. Just gotta kind of make it through. Yeah. Now what's this next section gonna be all about? I think this is just, you know, regular ass jumping and the scary fishmen. Nothing too taxing on the old platforming brain. Just keep an eye down below. Good jumping. Alright, Mr. Spitterman. But yeah, we're coming up on the final levels. There's one man for you, which you'll need for the final levels because they're tough. But I don't need them because I am doing a no death, and I'm rather well. Oh, here's a fun tip for you. See how the fireball stops in that wall? That means there's a secret in the wall. This is a 5 heart, which would have been a wall meet if I had taken any damage. Love this shit with the ropes and, you know, the zipping down them, which I think that is a move that's new to Castlevania 2. Because Castlevania the Adventure and Speed are like polar opposites. It's the design language of the game. I don't begrudge it, but you can just zoop along down. And one big zip will get you through the rest of this. And cheeky one-man grab. You'll have to slay it. I think they actually remixed this tune for Castlevania Adventure Rebirth. And if I may, that game always struck me as a little odd. Okay, so they had those WiiWare games, right? You had Gradius Rebirth, which was just, you know, hey, let's remix a bunch of Gradius levels. Neat. Then you had Contra Rebirth, which is, okay, let's remix a bunch of stuff from Contra. But then Castlevania Adventure Rebirth comes along, and the thing is not, hey, let's remix a bunch of levels from Castlevania. It's, hey, let's fix that piece of shit Castlevania the Adventure. And by fix, they mean make a completely unrelated fucking game that has, like, the flame whip and the eyeballs and maybe one track or two from that game. And you're like, yay, we did it! We fixed it! By making a completely fucking different game. Which is silly, to say the least. Why would you go prescriptive game design for your last of the 3 WiiWare titles? Those fuckers should be re-released, by the way. They're really good. But this is definitely chilling that Crystal Castle should be done first, because the pre-boss section is like 2 seconds long, and also the boss is like completely free. Absolutely and completely free. Just takes a long time. And here he is, the Thunder Ghost, the Lightning Ghost, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You hit the crystal. You dodge the lightning bolt. Can you do that? Good. Now do it like 5 more times. That's all this boss is. There's no real way to speed this shit up, so. Boy. It doesn't help that I'm hitting him with the fireball and not the whip part. Now you're done. Well, that's all 4 of the main stages cleared, so now we got Castlevania itself, I guess. Which is only 2 more levels. But befitting, you know, the escalation of the game, they're the 2 hardest levels, so there's that. Stop getting points. Anyway, let's watch this cool shit. Hey, look at that, gang. It's just like Castlevania. You got the level map and shit. Isn't that crazy? Best banger in the game, by the way. This track. And this level's really interesting because at the start of it, you really got to manage your hearts. You don't have a lot. Here I am trying to hit that candle and oops. Threw an unnecessary axe. Uh-oh. I think these sickle assholes were in Castlevania Adventure as well. They were pretty tough. And they're pretty hardy here. Like 4 or 5 hits. And you're always going to have to dodge one sickle. What a nice shot. What a trick shot, baby. God, this track goes on. Do not wake up the Castlevania birds. Gold, just what I needed. Wow. More points. I'm gonna send my high score into Nintendo Power. Now, Stage 5 is going to throw some shenanigans at us. Some expert platforming. Starting with toothpicks. This is also your chance to get a couple of hearts, because you will need them to throw your axe a lot. Anytime you're ready. Thank you. Probably could have gone for this big heart, but meh. Yeah, you're gonna need a couple of axes to deal with this shit. He's done. Good shit. Hey, five hearts. That's I'm actually doing quite well. that's a good count. Usually it's like 2 or 3. Then we have the bats. Big bats. Get thyself a wall meat. So 3 hearts. Soon to be 4, because that's what's in that candle. That's not a lot to deal with this shit. Luckily. Secret. And you know, since I got the axe, I got 5 hearts out of that thing, and since I've got full health, I got 5 hearts out of that thing. I'm doing pretty good. Now we get a descent section. Do not whip that fucking candle. It is a holy water. Bad things happen. I had a particularly panicky session where I accidentally hit that thing. It was not great. Good trick shot. Very good trick shot. Let me go. This room stymied me for a while, but then I figured it out. It's actually quite simple. I was like, oh no, how do I jump on these platforms? The timing is off. Well, just do one of these. I'm always afraid I'm gonna bonk that spike. I don't know why I bonked these bats instead of throwing the axe, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Getting near the end of level 5 here now, so that's a plus. Oopsie diddle. That's me not moving the fucking controller. My bee! I keep forgetting to do that. Every time I do one of these Konami collection things, I forget I gotta move the stick every 5 minutes. I was just getting into my commentary, you know? Sorry, gang. Sorry. We'll try to stay on top of that for the rest of the run. Now that we dealt with you, we can just catch him with the edge of the axe. Stage 5 boss. It's not that bad, provided you know a little trick about how to deal with him. And it's not telegraphed. It's a mean sort of, oh, you gotta get fucked by it before you know it. I'll point it out when we come to it here. But suffice to say, it's pretty nasty. So we got this big scary dragon. Coming up these holes. You gotta weave between them. Alright, so here's the fuck you part. You gotta know to gun all the way to the right of the screen. Because if you're on the left side when this happens, you are going to take an unavoidable hit or two. Yeah, from that and that. Which is not nice. Not nice. Speaking of not nice, we're on the final level. Which killed many an attempt. Because of one son of a bitch fucking part. I literally... You only get one save state, right? On this collection. And the save state was on the final bosses. Because they are tough as well. And need learning. So, I only had my one save state and didn't want to give it up. So I went and loaded up a password and loaded up a different save state on my fucking Raspberry Pi. And just practiced this fucking bit over and over again. This son of a bitch part. You know, the atmosphere is wild for a final level. You know, this ornate stained glass den of opulence and luxury. Not what you were used to for Castlevania. I mean, they've had luxurious parts, but never as like the final level. It's weird. But, we're going to continue on. And you're going to see some very difficult parts. One of them coming up right about now. It has fucked me over, but it is okay if you are minimally fucked over by this part, because you can recuperate from it. There are ways to do it. Okay, here we go. Yeah. That's about what happens. Also, that candle is holy water, so you don't wanna go futzing with it or throwing your axe willy-nilly and have that fall on your head. That'd be bad. Pardonnez-moi. Good thing he threw low there. That helped me get that. Now you may think, oh, go on the crusher and then do the thing, but no. What we want to do is a sneaky little trick. When I come over here, let's stand and get it. By the way, while me. And now we can just sort of dip, dip, dip up to the rope. They get a little tricky with here, yeah. And so now we got to zigzag again with the crusher part. So it's fine. It's fine. We can do that. Ba-ba-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-dee-bum. I forget if there's a real son of a bitch part coming up here or not. We'll find out together. No, that's okay. Missing the heart. Not exactly okay, but six hearts. We can do things on 6 hearts. That's 6 entire throws of the axe. And we don't even need any for this room. By the way, that thing is going to come back, so watch yourself. Wasn't cycled quite right, but that's okay. Alright, this fucking room. So, first of all, the candle here is an orb, so... You're gonna want to make a death-defying jump to get that shit. Nothing to it. Let me deal with this bat. Now, this is the room that killed me. This is the room I had to practice. This fucking pulley area. I hate it. But, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait so the cycle starts with this pulley going up. And then we're gonna do some tricky bullshit. So you gotta zigzag back and forth between these, but I'll also keep in mind if they're going down or up. And remember, if you touch the spikes, bad. Also remember, if you are holding up or down while you try to jump, you're not jumping. You're just gonna stand there like an idiot, and then you're gonna get knocked into the spikes, and you're gonna get boop, boop. There goes 35 minutes of your work, fucko. So that was the tougher part. If you lose your axe, there's this little shenanigans you can do where you can go up to the upper right and get it. But I have my axe, so all I gotta do is just survive here. Make sure you're not holding up! And I wasn't. Deal with that son of a bitch bat. We're getting quite near the end here, actually. Only a few rooms left. We're going to ignore all of this shit because the final secret area of the game. It'll help us fill up on hearts, and there'd be health there if we needed it. If you got fucked over by a pulley once or twice, that would be most helpful, but... There's a 1-up in that block there, but... Fuck it! The one time I went for it, I plummeted to my doom, so... I'm not going to give up 35 minutes of run just to get a one-man that I don't even fucking need. Get with it! So this is the final main screen of the stage and of the game. It's not too bad. There's one part I remember fucking me up way back when I played this game before, but not this time. This time I have the axe and I know what I am doing. Could have got a heart there, but you know, I've got plenty of hearts for the boss. The boss, by the way, is definitely the absolute hardest boss in the game. And thank the good fuck that the first time I made it to him, thanks to rigorous practice with my save state, I defeated him. Because if I lost a run to this, if I lost 38 minutes of my fucking life to this boss being a piece of shit, I would have to have a lie down and an adult beverage. Which, actually, even though I beat the game, that doesn't sound too bad. But I digress. So this part always fucked me up a little, but if you're patient, you can get it. And especially if you have the axe, you can just get these spiders at the absolute apex when they're down the lowest they can be, and just had to trigger that one to move, I guess. Yeah. Now, I did do a strat where I just jumped on their backs as they were coming down, but there was some sort of gravity or something, like with the pulleys, that was fucking me over here, so I just came up with this strat where I hit one and then I climbed down and I hit the other one. One last set of spinners to try and fuck up your whip, but no go. Alright, so you're fighting your son, the Belmont, Soleil, who's been brainwashed by Dracula or some shit. And he's hard as shit. The following choreographed scuff sequence is one that came about because of rigorous fucking testing. But you know, it's not the cleanest, but it results in a win. Ha ha ha. Ooh. You can't destroy me, father. Yeah, well, I can sure fucking try. So we're gonna whip him. Try to throw the axe. You're gonna get hit by these knives here. And we're gonna sneak a hit there. You could get a couple there, but I missed them. And now we just sort of sit in the corner and slugfest him while he hits us back for a bunch of damage. Gonna get hit by those now, so that's okay. One hit away from certain doom, but it's alright. Whip him on the way up. Axe him. Dodge the knife. Axe him. Axe him again. Whip him. Dead. He's done. Fuck. Very scary. Holy shit. $200,000 points. Anyway, that's the hardest challenge, but that doesn't mean that Dracula's easy. No, he can actually fuck you up. But let's hear what the boy has to say. Ouch. You hit me in the dick. But yeah, he's using the power that, yeah, those orbs that fly up whenever I beat one of the 4 main levels. He's going to use those and get power. Here's the final level. It's just, you know, just a little power-up bridge. And they don't give you the axe if you die. But the axe is going to be key to defeating Dracula this fucking century. So, look forward to that. Be careful how you get down here, because there's spikes and stuff. So here he comes. Oh, he's using the power of the orbs. And here's Dracula. He has one fucking attack. Orb shield. So, you better remember how the fuck to dodge that shit. Which I only like half remember. I shouldn't have jumped there for what it was worth. This one's always been tough for me to dodge. You kind of gotta, yeah, you gotta jump through the hoops there, but throw your axe, jump through the shit. And sometimes if you're really good, you can get them with the double axe. I still got hit by that, but that's okay. I'm just about out of axe power, which is not the best. Just gonna dodge this shit. Oh god. And that, my good friends, is Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge. No miss! No death clear! Sit down! Yay. I did it. I did it. Look at that score. What a wonderful score that is. 216,000 points. Wow. 43 minutes. Oh my god. That's a long fucking game. Like, Castlevania is like half that. No, the ending takes like 5 million years, so you're stuck with me for a while longer. But Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge. Pretty fucking good game. It's a pretty good game. People think it's the best Game Boy one. I guess so. I mean, it's the most polished. It has the most use of its unique Game Boy gimmicks. And, yeah, it's well designed. Lots of good challenge. And it was fun to finally get this clear. Woo! And now we get to sit down and talk about this ending for like 5 more minutes because the scroll takes its time. I don't know what other Castlevanias I'm going to do on this. Because I did 1, and I did Adventure. Now I've done Belmont's Revenge. Legends isn't on this collection. Legends is kind of mid. It's like an exploratory platformer, except your reward for exploring is fucking nothing. Bold strategy there, gamers. Castlevania 3 might be good, but Castlevania 3 is going to be really taxing. That's like an hour-long game, and those later levels are really fucking hard. You got like pixel jumps, you've got the penultimate levels was really hard, final level's really hard, Dracula's no slouch. There's a lot of stuff, but maybe I'll talk myself into it sometime. Castlevania 2, get a no death in that. Castlevania 2 was like a 2-hour fucking game. You're not supposed to go for no death in that. But whatever. I don't know, there's the Super games. There's the 16-bit ones. Super 4 and Bloodlines. Rondo could be interesting. I think if I worked at it, I could get a Rondo of Blood. Either with Maria or, even buckling down and getting it with Richter Belmont. I don't know what one credits are going to come next. It's been like ages since I've done one of these. Ooh, there was that one that was tested, which is really funny. I might as well tell you this. There was one I was doing, and I'll give you a hint. It's a game that you can get on the Switch online. So one week I was on vacation, and I was just playing it on my Switch, and I got the run on the Switch during practice, but I wasn't recording because you can't record that shit. And then if I even record the last 3 seconds, it's like, well, how do I know you didn't die there? So I had to sit down and do it again, but I haven't had the wherewithal to sit down and grind out attempts of it. Maybe next time. I don't know. Anyway, that's finally the story crawl cleared. But now we gotta do the credits. This game takes 45 million years to end. I feel like Tom Servo in that MST3K clip. Ed! I shouldn't have done that. Ooh, that's okay. I apologize for my voice not being top shelf, but hopefully the gameplay spoke for itself. And it was, indeed, adequate gameplay from your favorite blue-haired VTuber girly. Yay. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna stream tonight, but I wanna. God damn it. I sound like a fucking Battletoad. Rah. But yeah, Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge is a pretty fucking good game. You should play it. And now you know where all like the extra lives and stuff are, so you can afford to die in this game and lose lives and play it. But not me. I had to do it. Well, I didn't have to do it, but for this thing I had to do it. No death. But I done it. I done it. And they're thanking me for my playing. That was my playing that you saw, by the way. My playing, right there. Thanks, Konami. I wish you would make some more Castlevania games, but oh well. Maybe that Igarashi fellow can make more Bloodstains. Anyway, that's it. That's it. You don't progress past this screen, so eventually the replay's gonna stop, but I'll stop it before then. And just say thanks for watching. And, play Castlevania. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy whatever it is you watch. Next! Bye.